Won't stay.
Hey Ray.
Don't talk to me.
Where's your mask?
My jerk of a boss didn't give me one, so.
They didn't have any more.
Oh, so
borrow mine?
Every man for themselves, literally.
I offered to let you borrow mine. Like, what's wrong with that?
It's already got your germs on it, your coronavirus germs.
I'm pretty sure I was cleared.
The only reason you'd be wearing it is if you had the coronavirus, you didn't want to spread it. So.
Whatever. Just for that. Take that. Ta-da!
Now we're both gonna die.
At least at an equal pace. No, we're young and we're healthy.
Young and healthy.
Actually, I'm probably a little worse than you.
Yeah, well,
I'm closer to
the
death.
beer and the bourbon.
Beer and bourbon doesn't help. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Welcome back.
I can't say it's Ray and Rick. It sounds so weird.
It's Rick.
And Ray.
All right. Here's why we're here today, folks. We just watched our live video. We mentioned prepping for your dog. All right. Now, again, we got our little skit and it was cute and funny and all that good stuff. The reality is there's a lot of chaos going on right now. People are actually ill, people are actually sick, people are actually dying, people are struggling and so forth. So we want to make sure that you don't forget your dog and all this stuff going on. Let's face it, those stores are crazy right now. The shelves are empty, people are in a panic. They're buying up all the toilet paper, which I still don't understand why. I mean, if it was the end of the world, the last thing I'd be worried about is wiping my butt.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be awesome to have toilet paper, but
it's not a necessity as much as, food,
definitely not
water, medical supplies.
Yeah, I mean, I would be more concerned about that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. Toilet paper.
All
right. So when you're hunting the stores down for toilet paper, it kind of sucks because we actually are almost out of toilet paper.
Yeah.
I really hope Toilet Paper Man doesn't let us down.
We used too much in that skit. It's not worth it.
So, again, prepping, all right? I'm not going to go into prepping for humans and what you should get and shouldn't get. That's a whole other topic.
I'm sure there are other videos for
something that we need to talk about. But let's talk about one thing that we like to deal with is your dog, right? All right, so what do you need for your dog if you are actually quarantined at home? I mean, what stuff would you use for your dog, Ray? I mean, you got 2 dogs. You got the little guy at home, too. We can't forget 2 socks.
Yeah,
right?
Little 2 socks.
2 socks.
Shout out to him.
That's right, Nick. We brought him in the video this week just for you.
I would say I wouldn't be so much worried about what I'm, like, giving them physically as to what kind of engagement activities I'm doing with them.
But let's talk about, like, the actual things, items that we would need, because we did touch on that a little bit in our live video. I guess we could go a little bit more for it today.
Treats.
Food, right? All right, so we're all worried about food for ourselves. We're stocking up on dry goods and non-perishables and water and things like that. But what about your dog? Did you get an extra bag of food for your dog? Because when it runs out, what's going to happen? And more importantly, what happens if they shut down the grocery stores? A lot of places are already closing down earlier than their usual time frames, just because they have to restock and things like that. So yeah, you got to think about things like that where you may run out of dog food. And I guess at the end of the day, you could always feed them human food, but it's not healthy. So maybe get an extra bag or 2 or cans or whatever it is you feed your dog. Get them an extra couple of those just in case. I mean, worst case, nothing happens, you're still going to use it, right? I mean, it's there.
It's very true.
And dog food has a really long shelf life, by the way, so don't worry about it unless you're feeding like raw or something like that. But dog food has a really long shelf life, so don't worry about it spoiling or anything like that. What else, Ray? Look, we got a list again. We're getting better this time.
Making sure they've got some new stuff to chew on so they don't start chewing on stuff in the house they're not supposed to.
Antlers are great. You could probably order from Amazon. Unfortunately, they're not next day right now. They're like 3-day or 5-day right now. But antlers are great. We covered that in some of our puppy videos. Those are awesome things for dogs to chew on. Maybe some games. They have those like puzzles, doggy puzzles, where they have to figure out how to take out the treats and the food and all that stuff.
They've
So
got
those
different
would be
levels
great.
of puzzles too.
Yeah, like
which is pretty cool.
regular and advanced, I guess. I don't know. Those might be good to help them get a little bit more engagement time. Some dogs figure it out pretty quickly. And it was a waste of $50.
Yeah, that was my dog.
Yeah, it happens.
There's also stuff you could do around the house, like if they're not getting out enough. You know, throwing something down a long hallway, up and down stairs, knocking over chairs and whatnot, and having them create your own obstacle course. Yeah.
Stair ball.
She's gonna get mad at you.
Why?
For using her word.
But she already patented, she said. So one of our clients patented that term. You're not allowed to use it.
Stair ball.
Stair ball. She apparently was taking the ball, throwing it up and down the staircase for her dogs and getting them tired because they not only had to get the ball, but they had to go up and down an elevation and think while they were doing that because they had to keep their feet on the stairs appropriately. So it was a great game for her to play with her dog. So you can get inventive and do things like that. So we touched on a little bit of the engagement stuff, and you'll see on our video, or Trainer Tuesday video, the real talk, not that fake stuff on the interwebs, folks. Don't be fooled. So we went over a bunch of engagement things you could do with your dog. So you want to keep them mentally stimulated so they don't drive you crazy while you're home with them.
And if they're not getting enough positive attention, that's when they might start seeking out negative attention. Because even though they know they're going to get in trouble, at least there's some sort of contact between you and them, which is what they're really wanting.
Yeah, and you don't want to end up mad at your dog when it's not really their fault.
Or wasting paper towels on cleaning up different messes. It's not what you want to be wasting right now.
Not right now. No accidents, please. And then one other subject that I want to talk on. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, we did all this stuff here. Yeah, we're going there right now. That's next. That's next. You just did that one. That was a good one. Lastly, I think what we should touch on is, let's say this gets really bad, folks. And unfortunately, it may, and we all have our fingers crossed that it doesn't. But what if you have to evacuate? You know, what if you have to spend a couple nights in a hotel? You know, what if we really gets bad and we just have to like SHTF, right? That's what it is? SHTF? Yes, that's what it is. If you don't know what that means, you can Google it. But you got it now?
I got it.
Okay. I didn't want to say it.
Okay,
I'm trying to keep it PG. It means S hits the fan. You can figure out the S, guys. If that scenario does happen, well, what if you got to go somewhere with your dog? You should have current vaccines on your dog, as well as have those on hand ready to go. You know, put that in your little emergency bag, especially rabies. Rabies is one that pretty much everywhere is gonna pretty much demand for you to go. So if things get bad, you wanna have those records up to date and ready to go, just in case you do have to go to a hotel or maybe even a shelter. I mean, let's face it, that may happen.
Dog too.
Flying, you're gonna need those vaccines. Any form of mass transportation, you're gonna need those. So take a quick peek in the records, make sure they're up to date, and get a copy. I've seen a lot of clients, what they do, which is kind of cool, is they'll make a copy and they shrink it down and they laminate it, throw it in their wallet or their purse.
Oh, that's
Boom.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Very nifty.
So they literally have it with them all the time, just like a little card, I don't know, whatever size, 2x3 or whatever, fits in their wallet or purse, and boom, they have it ready to go at all times. So a couple pointers there. We'd love to hear if you guys have any other pointers or suggestions or things that you may have experienced. You know, when we had that hurricane a couple years ago and it was slightly different, we were getting evacuated and so forth, but it's the same type of panic that's going on right now. So just make sure you don't leave your little furry one out of it, because they need to go with you too. And don't forget, we are still open. We are functioning 100% until they tell us otherwise. So if you do need a place for your dog to go during the day, bring them on in. We're here for you. All right, ready, Ray?
I'm ready.
It's Rick.
And Ray.
Signing off.
Woo!
Be safe, and I'm gonna get her a mask. We'll see you later, guys.
Do you want me to hit you again?
I'm getting the heck out of here.